Welcome to the Monday Morning Message. I'm Dr. Summer Wood. W.E.B. Du Bois asked the question, how does it feel to be a problem? This concept of being a problem is one that plagues the hearts and minds of many of our students of color in classrooms today. Unfortunately, this isn't just a today problem. This is something that students have been struggling with for decades in this country. Last week, we discussed what it feels like when the educational system, is just not that into you. This disinterest has been manifesting itself since the day enslaved people were taken from their homeland. Education in this country was never designed with the black and brown child in mind. However, in today's educational system, we hide behind terms such as anti-racist, equitable, culturally responsive, diversity, and inclusion to make us feel as though schools are now designed for everyone. Data, however, still indicates that the measures being taken are not having the grand impact they need to have for our black and brown children. So that takes us back to the initial question of how does it feel to be a problem? Due to the fact that we aren't on a systemic scale doing DEI effectively, and we don't have a teaching force as a whole that is committed to this work, we leave students feeling isolated, left out, unheard, and dejected. I need you to expand your viewpoint of what it means to feel as though you are a problem. This is not solely connected to discipline and suspension data, which we know is wrought with injustice. This expands to students' feelings of being an outsider in their own classrooms, of not feeling comfortable being who they are in school. It is the students' reluctance of opening up and sharing who they really are for fear of ridicule. Over time, this lack of inclusion is interpreted in the student's heart and mind as being a problem. They walk the halls of their school believing that who they are is a problem. What emerges is a sense of two-ness, as W.E.B. Du Bois describes it. They begin to develop a double consciousness for their own self-preservation. They must performatively display who they believe those at school will accept, while also clinging to who they know themselves to be. Double consciousness creates a balancing act among folks to meet the standards of how others perceive them, but also how they perceive themselves. This matter then creates invisible boundaries for an individual to navigate through within society. Challenge questions for today. How are you working to intentionally break down barriers for your students? How are you intentionally opening up your classroom space for your students to be their authentic selves? Let's be committed to doing the work. Thanks for joining us for today's Monday morning message. We'll see you back here next week.